Hi, I'm Kirsten and I get overwhelmed a lot. As an adult, it's really easy to get overwhelmed every once in a while with things going on because we all have responsibilities and obligations that we have to take care of that can build up on themselves. But when you have anxiety and depression, it can take those everyday tasks and make them almost impossible to deal with. So these are some things you can do to help when you're feeling a little bit overwhelmed, or just some things to keep in the back of your mind that can help you get through your day-to-day a little bit easier. The most important thing is to really stay present and focus on what's in front of you. And what I mean by staying present is just focusing on right now. That means don't focus on things that have happened in the past. Don't worry about all the things you have to take care of in the future. Just focus on what's right in front of you. And if you're feeling really stressed out, that could just be focusing on your breathing and making sure you're in a calm place before you try to tackle any of the tasks that you have. So take a moment to take some deep breaths and kind of focus yourself before you jump into what you're doing. And you'll be a lot more effective as you work through your tasks. Also try to make sure you're handling things one task at a time. It's really easy to think of all of the things you need to get done and start to get overwhelmed and then try to do too many things at once and then you don't do anything effectively. So some things that can make that a little bit easier are just making a to-do list. It's a really great way to track what your most important things are that you need to get done, and it can help you prioritize what needs to be done first. And make sure when you're doing your to-do list to be realistic. It's not going to do you any good to make a list with 27 different things to do on it, because when you can't get all of those done in a day, you're going to start to feel bad about yourself instead of feeling like you're being productive. So start by picking the top 3 things you want to get done in a day and write those down. And if you get those done and you feel like doing more things, that's great. But if you don't, you accomplish something that day and then you can do it again the next day. When you struggle with anxiety and depression, it's really normal for small basic tasks to feel really overwhelming or almost impossible. That can include things like answering emails, making appointments, or just doing your day-to-day chores. One thing that works really well for me that might work for you is something I call the 3 or the 5-minute rule. If you have one task in front of you that could be done in under 5 or 3 minutes, try starting with that. Usually it ends up being less overwhelming than you expected it to be. It only takes a few minutes of your day, and a lot of times that could be a good way to kickstart your motivation because you did one thing, it wasn't totally hard, and it kind of makes you feel like you might be able to handle more things after that. This might sound really obvious, but also make sure that you're giving yourself breaks. If you're working really, really hard on something the entire day and you're only surrounded by that, it's really easy for it to feel like it's taking up your entire life. So take a 5 or a 10-minute break to do something that you really enjoy, even if that's just closing your eyes and relaxing and meditating for 10 minutes. For example, if you're an artist and you're working on commissions for other people or projects that you're not particularly excited about, or if you have a job where you can't really draw all the time, take 10 minutes to just do a little bit of sketching. Work on a project idea that you've had or draw a character that you really like. It'll help you stop stressing for those 10 minutes and it'll help you get those good endorphins going because you're really focusing on something that you care about, and that'll help you jump back into your work and get through it for the rest of the day. And don't forget, the most important thing is to be kind to yourself and to be forgiving. A lot of the times people who have a lot of overwhelming tasks in their life focus on all of the things that they haven't done instead of appreciating what they have done. That's why a lot of people like to-do lists, because you have that instant gratification of checking off something that you have accomplished. So instead of spending the night right before you go to bed thinking about all the things you didn't get done and all the things you have left to get done the next day, think about all the things you did accomplish and keep it in perspective. A lot of people want to change completely overnight when they struggle with stress and with anxiety and depression, and that just makes you feel like you're not succeeding. It's really, really important to look at your own progress based on your own life, not on what other people are doing. If you're having a really rough day, it's okay to forgive yourself for not accomplishing 1,000 things. If you really feel like you just can't do something that day, then that's okay. There's always tomorrow or the day after for you to try it again. For today, if you feel like all you can do is get up and brush your teeth, make sure you have some water, make sure you have some food in your stomach, and take a shower, then you did those things. If you felt like you couldn't do anything and you did that, then you accomplished something, and it's really important to give yourself credit for that. So be forgiving, be kind, and take care of yourself. Every day is a day to try something new, and after that day is done, you have a new day to try it again. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that was helpful for some of you guys. If you have any questions or comments, go ahead and leave them down below, and I will do my best to answer them or make new ideas for these videos happen. And until my next video, I hope you have a great day. Bye!